and I think our next semi-final match is ready, so we're gonna just head straight on into it. These two players are also bringing Shadow, Sword, Portal, same sort of classes as the last set. Everyone bringing Shadow here in our top 4 today, but we do know that one of these, at least one of these, is a mech Shadow. So LUCETE has the last word Shadow here going into the mid-rangey aggro rally sword that Charm has.
That's right. Now, Charm is going to be going first here with that rally sword, tossing one of the Kazotics, and with a pretty good curve here for both players, really. Bunny and Baron.
Not really a one drop.
Yeah, haven't seen the Accelerate Bunny Baron option come into play very often. We haven't seen it today at all, and in general, it is there, especially if you're going second, but there are a lot of really good 2-play point plays right now, especially with the Blade Master, or Blade Right Lieutenant rather, so not too common that we see the Bunny Baron Accelerate, although going second it is a great option. Going first, probably just gonna wait for it on turn 5, but Charm gonna wait out and bait out the pretend goblin.
Just taking a moment to just get ready for the set. I can appreciate taking your turn 1 to just think maybe he's up getting water. I've been there.
Yeah,
started a game on ladder and then like walked away and then forgot that I started the game on ladder, and then I walked back and it's turn 3 and I passed my first 3 turns.
That's very specific. I mean, I sure hope Charm did not forget about this game. That would be really a weird one to forget. Yeah. Okay, well, he's actually roping this. Okay, he does accelerate it. Interesting. Gets the Desperado shot in hand. I guess he is really looking for a turn 5 where he can maximize the rally count that he can start building up and not necessarily play out the Bunny Baron right away.
Or maybe he's been watching the games from the rest of the day and seen that Bunny and Baron has never been impactful on turn 5. So he's just like, maybe I just need a 2 PP deal 3 instead.
Yeah, could be. And LUCETE not gonna rope turn 1 for very long. What a absolute change up there. The 2-drop coming in, going to lead very nicely into the Axel Core Master.
Kagero 1-2. We like 2-2s on 2.
We'd like to see that. Now we're going for some pretty fast turns. Here we go. Play the 3-cost card.
Or he could play the 2-cost card and remove the Kagero before he can generate a Soul Strike.
Wow. Oh, here we go. Oh, we are doing that. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to deny the Kagero Soul Strike.
Draw a card with the squirrel.
Nice. Okay, okay.
And I gotta say, I really love that squirrel art. Like, he's going.
Okay, Gatekeeper on 3 pulls out the Bone Fanatic. Now, next turn, we most likely will have a target for the Psycho Pomp, because there's basically 3 things on board here. But if MS Charm really wants to be toxic, you can just shoot one with the Desperado shot.
We'll clear it out. Deny. No, finally gonna take that face damage now, it seems.
And now we're gonna play the Core Master. Sounds good. Okay, and now... Oh, another Gatekeeper off the top. Very nicely done from LUCETE. Gonna slam that right off the bat. We can play the Psycho Pump later on, no problem. Especially since we've got the Rebirth in hand. Evo, the new Gatekeeper, over one of the 2-2s. Or into the 2-4 rather. And trade off with one more dude. This is so many last words already. So we had the Kagero, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Kagero coming back on that Wicked Rebirth as well.
Okay, not going for the value trade, just making sure he gets that Soul Strike right off the bat, and taking away the extra stats on board. Doesn't really want to leave anything to chance, just get rid of all the damage, because he knows that the storm is approaching. The storm cards, rather. And I think if for Lucette, as long as he's just not passing away by like turn 6 or something, he should be very favored to win the game. He has Chris, he has card draw, he has Soul Strike, so...
Yeah, but it's that key thing that you started off that phrase. If he's not dying by 6, he is eating 7 damage this turn, and a Valiant plus Cat Admiral is in hand for the following turn. He's in a pretty spooky spot.
Right. This was actually the 5-head play from Charm on turn 1. He knew he wasn't really going to do anything with the turn 5 Bunny Baron anyway. Plays Albert, has the Desperado shot in case he needs to clear the board with Mistalina later on turn 6 once he replenishes the play points. So actually, might be a really 5-head play from MS Charm on turn 1. Coming all the way back.
We're gonna see if Charm is really gaming on what his Mistalina hits here.
Okay, Lucette pre-evo on the Ghostly Rider knows that the 5 cost or the 5 damage paying from Mistalina is on the way. And okay, the Chris was definitely not active. Mistalina could go for it and then still play out the Buddy Barons, so we can at least kill the 7/7, although it's gonna give ward to one other thing.
Definitely hovering it.
Yeah, and then if he doesn't even hit the 7/7 to begin with, it's really not a strong turn at all. But at
he
the same
doesn't have
time,
much else to do, so maybe he's just gotta go for it.
Yeah, he has a couple options. He could play the Desperado shot and then maybe like rush something in to clear the 7/7 and try to have a better Bailey on turn later on.
Which it looks like he is going for.
So the only unfortunate thing here is that the only 2/2 that we actually have is the Cat Admiral, and this means we can't get the extra 2 damage. And that extra 2 damage could be a really big deal, especially at this point where the last words are really stacking up. We did see 1 Chris, but 3 Chris is very common, and you should be expecting another Chris to come down here. It's going to be up to Lucette to actually find another one. The Psychopomp can be used here if he wants, but I don't think you want to get rid of the ward on the 1/1 at this point, and it's not great to get rid of the series either. So
yeah,
really tough here actually from Lucette. Definitely do not want to get rid of the ward. Don't do that.
Going face the ward, and then what's the option after? Just the pass after the trading with the series?
Yeah, like you could hit and pass here. Like Celeste Omega doesn't do anything, right? All that really does is actually clog up your board space for potentially turn 8 double impulse, but that's most likely not going to be the line. With this, I think we can go like 1 impulse potentially into another one on a future turn.
Alright, so using the Psychopomp on the series and the series last, we're destroying the 2/2.
Yeah, here comes the Val. Oh, okay. Garvin is just lethal next turn, I think. There has to be enough traits for him to deal 6. Now it's only a matter of Charm just somehow... Like, I don't think there is a way for him to die here no matter what he does. So he is just going to play out the Mistalina. Allow her to...
Get in the bike.
Get in the car, yeah. She can drive now, yeah. It's her 16th birthday. She gets a car.
Aw. I hope she's celebrating that sweet 16 with Latika. Nice little party.
Yeah. And Daddy bought her a car. And he's driving it with her in the passenger seat, making sure that G1 going to good use. And the Wicked Rebirth for full value, although okay, so does Garvin actually do 6 damage or 8 damage here? I think, is it 8? We have Mistalina, surely, so I think it actually is 8 damage.
Yeah, we got I mean, we also had the Levin from the Albert, so...
Right. Right, so I think that is just lethal there for Garvin. Lucette doesn't know. He has one card in hand. What could it possibly be? And, well, at this point, you just have to pretend Garvin doesn't exist because there's not much you can do about that anyway. I guess you can play some card draw and then try to hope to hit healing, but even if you do, it's still not that great. It's probably not even enough if you can't clear out the 1/1. So Necro Impulse to trade, you hate to see it, but not a whole lot of options here. And MS Charm, surely that Garvin is enough. Gonna take game 1. Nice.
Getting little sword wins. There he is.
Nice
Very
and easy.
reminiscent. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, that's a lot of trade. It was like, surely he does 6. Well, okay, he does 10. No, it's just that easy. Even if there was extra healing, it would never have been enough. MS Charm showing off the power of Rally Sword once again. We haven't seen Garvin yet, but he is such a good card in this deck now because of the Levin and the Natura traits coming in. It's very, very strong.
It is a somewhat late turn to be winning the game, but sometimes games just be going that long. So,
The turn 8,
nice little backup.
Right. Now, especially against like a deck like Shadow, right? From their perspective, they're just trying to win by surviving. So they're probably not winning that quickly either. So Garvin actually really, really, really nice in that matchup. And against a deck where you can get early chip damage, and they have some healing, but it's not reliable. All they're going to do is put up a bunch of wards. Garvin, of course, doesn't care about that. But game 2, another Tyrant on turn 2 is an option here. And MS Charm with a really nice hand here. Only missing the most important card in the deck, but could hit it off the Iolon.
Yep, that good old Tyrant on 2.
Nicola and Bone Fanatic and Inherited Balance just to stack up this card draw. We've seen double card draw from the side of Machina Shadow multiple times today. And these are going to be used to maybe look for an... Okay, well, very nice.
There she is.
It's just that easy. Okay, now at this point, we're going to look for a Necromancy to make some crazy combo plays with Anea on turn 4 and maybe on turn 5, depending on what we see later on. But it could also just as easily be a roly-poly on 5.
Bone Fanatic has Necromancy, so maybe we'll just play the Nicola and set up that Bone Fanatic.
Yeah, this is a pretty common setup here for Machina Shadow. Getting the Bone Fanatic in play, it's not only a really solid 1-drop, but of course it has Necromancy and... Okay, Steel Hopes being drawn as well. This is looking really, really good for MS Charm. The Roly-Poly, it is a 5-drop, and it's pretty solid on 5, but you don't have to play it on turn 5. If you play it on turn 6, you can immediately combo it with a 1-cost Necromancy like Steel Hopes, which is a really powerful option. And Lucette, gonna be forced to actually play out Necro Impulse just to clear this board. Doesn't want to take too much damage in the early stage.
Fearin, usually not what you want to see in your hand, but it can just be discarded at this point.
Oh, this is so strong from Charm. Okay, so we have not only the God combo, the Anea into 1-cost Necromancy here on turn 4 going second, we have double Roly-Poly, although, yeah, they both will be able to pull it, Aneas as long as we don't draw another one, so... Good to hold on to that 0-cost draw spell. Not really much point of using it here anyway. Make sure we actually pull 2 Aneas out of the deck. And then on the second one, we can probably make some kind of combo there. Miltio going to be the line here for Lucette.
And if an Evo is used, then the following Anea will get another Bone Drone. The perks of going second. Really.
The perks of going second, absolutely. Second favorite matchup. It's just too good. And Series killing off the Anea, but that's still a lot of stats on board. Forced Resurrection. Pretty good removal card. And of course, brings back Anea so that you can make some Necromancy plays right off the bat. Gonna draw and discard the Fearin Still no more, no additional necromancies.
What a gamer, going for drawing first.
Yeah.
You don't always see it.
With a 0-cost spell. Yeah. We it is a very nice to see draw first with a 0-cost spell. The roly-poly gonna come out, and we still have another one for next turn. Could be Evil Face here with the Bone Drone and still get the bonus from Anea. This is the benefit of saving an Evil Point on turn 4, going second with this deck. Yeah, you have the turn 4 power play, but the thing is, it doesn't require an Evil Point. If you need to trade, Jack Shovel can do that for you, and then you can leave the Bone Drone whether you evo or not, and then if you save your evo, it means you get to do this, evolve next turn, possibly go face or trade, and then get another Bone Drone. It's just so many stats. This is pretty much the dream that you want to get as MS Charm as Machina Shadow.
Life is too dear.
LUCETE choosing to trade the roly-poly with the 1/1 Hell's Unleasher rather than going with the Lurching Corpse, which can only attack followers when they have ward.
Oh, unlucky ping onto the 1/1 there. Celeste Omega, no spells for you. So most likely, it's just going to be a roly-poly angle unless Charm wants to start off with the Psychopomp.
Yeah. We'll see what his decision is, or what he gets off the top.
Oh, we fear it invoking. Better than Rally Sword, apparently. Okay, well, we could hard play that. That's an option, but... Okay, this is definitely a bit better. And now the thing is, we don't have... We're not going to full clear this board, but I think that's okay. We can actually... Oh, Evil Face. We're going full on aggressive here. There's not any more damage in hand yet for Charm, but we haven't seen Necro Impulse or a second Niccolo. We've seen one. There's a lot of possibilities for him to top deck that can win him the game here.
Okay, the Lurching Corpse is traded first now, and then destroying the Ania to start off the turn.
Lots of things to think about for Lucette. Darkest Desire should come out on this turn, or else it might never be played. We do need to see that healing coming out onto Chris now, and gonna activate Chris, draw off Miltio as well, but still actually not going to clear the roly-poly because of that effect. Cannot take more than 2
finds an
damage.
Ominous Tyrant. Ooh.
Okay, the Tyrant's pretty good, but we already used the series spell on something else, so we're not going to be able to get the healing for a little while. Lucette has to be thinking about all of the possible damage options available for Machina Shadow. He doesn't know whether there is Necro Impulse or not. He is going to have to play the Tyrant because I don't think there's like a better way to clear this board. And just going to have to accept his fate if there's any damage in hand. Not a whole lot to do otherwise. MS Charm off the top. Another Furin Invoke. That's the last Furin, I think. And
Nicola,
that's
off the top.
Nicola!
Oh my god.
It's so easy. Wow.
It's just that easy. Wow.
Wow. That's
Ooh.
impressive. Okay, instantly, no BM. Forbidden Art, 10 damage. MS Charm gonna take the set over Lucette.
MS Charm really talented at getting a second Nicola right about when he needs it.
Exactly. That is what we call talent.